Hello, it's John Tuttle Putnapping again. I went outside and dug through my pile. Mud about, I got rocks buried 2 feet deep, I guarantee you, underground. They've been buried, thrown on top of one another probably for 30 years, and then they get buried. I just got through cleaning this one up the best I could. It's a piece of Georgetown, but I wanted to work on some more problem areas and show you how to move them. I sold all my rocks to Dan Collins, and this is stuff I just got in my scrap pile and been salvaging through it. But if you look, this is a real long flake run off here, but right here is coming up a ridge. So if I can knock down on this just a little bit, not much, to give it some convexity, and then come up just a little bit. Not much. And grind it, it ought to run this way. Run all the way down to there. That's good. Now I got a little nice pocket right here to hit in. That did pretty good. I'm gonna look over here. Got the edge turned it this way. I'm hitting right on this edge. Look how pretty that does. Now look at this bad spot. This is bad. This is look at that. That's a 1/4 inch up breakout right there. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start on this end like this, like it's a square edge. And I'm gonna zigzag it. Or flip-flop it. Flip it over this way, flip it over that way, flip it back that way. Flip it back that way. Flip it back that way. That helped a lot, but it's still a bunch of it. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna try to come in this way, like this. And what this did, by coming in like that, we shot that piece off that way. Now it's all gone. Now this time, I'm gonna grind and try to come across here. I can't imagine why it would have chunked there. You know I can too. Here's the deal with it. There's time in my life where I could leave and come back in 2 days. I could leave one day early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, get home about 10 at night the next day, and I could have 4,000 pound rocks. Literally, no problem at all. It was that plentiful where I was going. And I would haul probably 12 trips a year, go through about 2,000 pounds each trip. So that would be 24,000 pounds. But I was selling a lot of rock. But when you have that much rock, and I was also making hundreds of knives, you get a piece like this and you hit it, and if it just ain't right, I didn't have time to sit there and beat on it another 15 minutes to take care of the problem, because I had to make so many knives and had to have them out in such a time frame that I'll just throw that son of them down on the ground in a pile there. And I said, well, I'll do it another day. And I was working slabs, and 90% of it was slabs. A lot of Texas stuff wasn't, but all Arkansas material was slab. And I'd throw it on the ground, and then you forget about it. And then fall comes and the leaves covered up, and you got about 2 or 3 5-gallon bucket fulls on the ground there. From that year, I just chucking one every other day down there or something like that. And then next year, you don't even see them. You kind of forget about them. And they're covered up with leaves. And you know they're there somewhere, so I don't need them right now. I ain't gonna get out there with a shovel or a rake and dig all that up. I got 4,000 pounds stacked up right here by my shop. What I need to do that for. Then another year goes by, and another year, and another year. 20 years go by, so, and you think, ain't no telling what's under that ground. So, after Collins bought all my rock, I'm going around my shop now, and everywhere I did that, I took a hoe, and I just took the top surface off. And this stuff goes so many feet on the ground, it's unreal. But I'm finding some pretty stuff. But I'm finding stuff that's got problems that'll help us learn how to get them out, how to deal with them. The best way for me might not be for you. Here's a square edge. I'm gonna start zigzagging it. Got me a point right here. Platform I'm hitting down on. Come back this way. Hit down on it like that. Come back this way. Hit this way. This way. And this way. Okay. Now we're gonna run one across here. Then another one right there. Got that out. And look how good that did. Now you see these hinges in here? That's where that plate went down through there like a flute. It was hopping and jumping. I'm gonna make me a little nipple right here and show you how to get it out. Got a little nipple right there. Get on it like that. Took it right out. I'm not gonna do too much more to this. And set it like it is. Put it up there. Now here's another piece I dug out. And this material is like silk. It's some old ratty my wife gave me. Not very good at moving dirt, I know that. But I think this is pedernales. Pretty sure it is. It's a solid slab. I never saw much pedernales, hardly any of it. But I really believe that's what it is. So let's see what's going on with it. Trying to get this cortex off. And in Georgetown, that mud had that cortex stain, and I thought it was a rusty color. I didn't think about it being white. But that's that limestone that's on Georgetown, and that's what this is. And I have saw a lot of Georgetown, so that's making sense. That's starting to make sense. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna chop straight down and try to turn this edge up with some flint showing, no cortex showing. And I'm gonna hit straight down and pull this way. And what I'm doing, I'm angling that back and I'm putting a lot of convexity on it because it's got that cortex on it. And I won't be able to get under it good. So I'm gonna come back again. Take my time and pull this edge up. Grind it down. I'm try to drive it straight in as I can. Hopefully it'll shoot all the way across. It didn't, but sometimes you don't get what you hope for. Sometimes you do. But it did good. I'm pleased. Look at that. I'm going to thin the base on this one. Sorry about it. Didn't explain what I was doing. I'm trying to get this cortex out here. Try to drive it straight in. So go at least halfway. And come back to the other side and get a hinge out or whatever the problem might be. So right now I gotta go right down on this ridge like that. Come over here. And hopefully get on this ridge, get straight in and take it out like it did. Look how pretty that come out. Oh, we're gonna be done with that one. But I don't know what this is. Looks like some evacuate. I believe that's what it is. And it's not heat treated. A kill cut. Right now I can't tell because it's so much discoloration due to the mud and all. I believe it's kill cut. Got a bad crack in it. Crack goes right through there. See if I can knock it out of there. Boy, I wasted a lot of time on it if it don't come out. When I got a bad crack like that, I like to do what I'm doing right now. Don't worry about anything but that crack. It's running right here. Now, y'all gonna see how deep it goes. Because if I go here and work 30 minutes on this side I'm hitting on right now, taking care of little problems over here and ignoring that crack. Then when it gets thinner and thinner, and it breaks because of that crack, man, I wasted some time. I want to make sure that crack is not going to be a problem to me. And it was not. That's where the crack went. You can see them little bubble-like things right down through there. I'm gonna kind of cave in here and here with a little isolated platform. Take it out there so the crack's not gonna be any problem. But this needs heat treatment. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I guess I'll throw it down there. Forget about it. 40 years later, I'll find it and heat treat it. I said, man, it was in the floor of my shop, and I just kept throwing stuff down and got the covering up, and spiders got the building webs over it, and mice got the building nest, and 20 years later, I had to raise my ceiling in my shop about 14 feet so my head go up through it. Stuff was buried so deep on the floor. And then one day I sold everything, and I decided to get down there and clean my shop out. And I've been digging to the floor. And I'm finding stuff you wouldn't believe. Now here's what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm gonna try to hit right here and knock me a nice ball off. It ought to go. I don't know why it's not going. That's a pretty good spall. I wish it went all the way to the end, but it didn't. I see a crack. And that's why I didn't go to the end. Come down like this. That's where the track was right now. And probably not gonna get much more out of this unless I get it off the top right here. You'll see a whole bunch of little split cracks there on that other side. Now I know why I threw it away. But I'm gonna get one off the top. You bear with me. Don't leave me yet. That rock made a liar out of it. I'm tired. I swung that big hammer. I thought that hammer and that hammer was, whew. I definitely don't have the wind I had last year. Wow. I give out gas quick. That joker got so many pin fractures in it. It don't want to split for nothing. Hitting way up on it. Trying to move a lot of mass. That's what I'm talking about, fractures. That one right there wasn't even visible until I knocked that hunk off. Okay, I get something out of that one. I'll make a preform out of it. All right, this is the last one I'm gonna fool with. I'm gonna stud it real good. Hit up high. That'll drive me a good one off. Look at that. Put that bucket over there. This one's gonna be a lot better shape than that other one. When you hit a rock like that, it's supposed to break. When you hit it like that and it don't break, and you hit it and you hit it and you hit it like I've done on that other one, it's got a whole ton of little micro, I guess would be the word you use, fractures in it. It could be from dynamite blast or freeze cracks, who knows. But when you hit it like that, it's supposed to break. But when it don't, and you keep hitting and hitting and it don't break, then you know something's not right. Something's stinking up the neighborhood. Better go find out what it is. So now we got the square. Dreaded square head. Hit this way, that plate come off and look what it left me. Little point right there. Hit that way, hit that way. I'm gonna come up here and go back. Run it back this way. Try to leave in the middle the thickest. That's why I do that. Same case scenario. Big old square head. Right there. Hit right there. Had it several times because it's real thick. All right, I'm taking the base and come across here like that. Back up here. Stock it. That was pretty good. I'm gonna call it quits.